Have you ever wanted to try a morning routine that you wanted to stick to but couldn't? For much of my life, I've never really had problems with sleep because I've discovered these things. Ever since I was in the ninth grade, I was waking up at 3:30. This is no exaggeration because I was training for a fight. And it was my first fight, right? So of course, I had to do every single thing that I can to win the fight. That includes waking up at 3 a.m. And I had this fear that I may get knocked out in this fight. So I jogged, and 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 I jogged. And after a while, I just casually started waking up at 4, at 5, at 6. My body had gotten used to what was happening, that I am now actually an early bird. First point was in my story, which is why? Why do you want to wake up at 6, at 5, at 4, at 3? Why do you want to wake up? For me, I had the why because I didn't want to get knocked out. For you, what is your why? You should be using that as your motivating factor. Is it because you want to start a business? Is it because you want to focus more on fitness? Is it because in your early days that's where you can only have time with your family? Maybe that's why. Maybe that's your motivation. I'm not saying anything about anything, right? I'm just saying that what motivates you? Why do you want to wake up earlier? When you wake up, have to-do lists already. Have, when you wake up, you should already know what you should be doing. You should already have a to-do list from the night prior. And a side point to that is, if you can, try and use fear because it's a more motivating factor than motivation. The rat runs harder if there's a cat behind it than it will when there's a cheese in front of it. And that's what happened to me. I ran faster because, well, I didn't want to get eaten by the cat. And as a side point, before you go to bed, get your phone out of your peripheral vision so that when the alarm goes off, you have a lot of space to catch that phone, to get that phone. But put it in the other room, basically. You want to be real hard. Also, have a glass of water next to your phone. It'll help you feel more alive. In your day-to-day life, you should be adding fitness to this. There's a bunch of studies that says that exercise will improve your quality of sleep and your quantity of sleep, meaning how good you sleep and how much you sleep. So, add exercises to your routine. Now, I know exercise can be daunting, can be hard for most people, and so try and do 5 push-ups. 5 push-ups is fine, and then add 10, and then do 15, and then do 20. And then if you're feeling comfortable with the push-ups, try squats. Squats 5, squats 10, squats 20. And then if you're comfortable with that, jumping jack. Until you build your routine that you can stick to every single day so that you can sleep better at night. But if you're broke, I know how it can be sometimes, right? I'm broke. I don't have money. Still exercise. I just do push-ups, pull-ups, diamond squats, and then variations to those exercises so that I can target different parts of the muscle. And if you want me to do a full breakdown of that, please just leave it in the comments below. So we've tackled what to do when you wake up, what to do in the daytime. Now let's tackle what you should do at night. And it's pretty obvious, we already know this, which is no screen time 30 minutes before bed. I know it's hard, I know it can be daunting, but it improves your quality and your quantity of sleep. I mean, ask Dr. Andrew Huberman. Screen time makes your quality of sleep worse overall. So we try and reduce that, right, before we go to sleep. We, we all know that this is a blue light. A blue light. Yeah, blue light. And I'm just trying to get you better quality of sleep, bro. If you know that you're abusing your phone, cut back on it. My next point would be try and sleep at the same time every single day. Because if you sleep at the same time every single day, it's going to be easier and easier for you to fall asleep at that time. It comes back to routine. If you already have an exercise routine, it's going to be easier for you to stick with a nighttime routine or a morning routine because, well, it's going to be easier for you to sleep. Try and calculate because we all know we need 8 hours of sleep. So if you want to wake up at 5, be at bed by 9. If you want to wake up at 8, be at bed by 12. But I would recommend that you should at least be at bed by 9 a.m. That's what I should recommend at least. And yeah. And also know that to get this habit to stick, it's going to take 3 cruel days. 3 cruel days. And then your first time of waking up would be shit. And then the next time would be better, and then the third time you'll be rolling right through this. You just have to get past day 1. That's it. And side note, there are 3 ways to change your sleeping pattern. That is to just be awake today and then tomorrow, and then sleep at what time you want to sleep, like 9, etc. Second is sleep earlier, and third is wake up earlier. Those are about it. Another point is commitment. You should tell your partner that, I'm committing to this. And so if the alarm wakes up at a certain time, don't be mad. And yeah, it also keeps you in check. But if you don't have a loved one or a partner, you can always have your friend. Always remember your why. And yeah, that's about it.